Hi, what's going on, guys? So, wanted to make a video of my impressions of this A2A 172 training module for P3D, and I'll give you a little background. So, I'm a real-world aviator as well as a sim-aviator, for those who don't know me, and I've got to do my biannual flight review here in about a week, and you know, the last few years I really haven't flown the Cessna 172 much. I've put most of my time in other aircraft like the Diamond 20, Piper, Diamond 40 Star, and a few others. Love those planes, but you know, like most pilots, I started out in the Cessna when I was young and flew it over the years, and you know, it's just honestly been a couple years since I PIC'd in a Cessna. So talked to some friends of mine in the squadron, and they recommended I check out this A2A Cessna, which they said was extremely high quality. And P3D by Lockheed Martin is a combined tool just to let me, you know, get my procedures and layout and, you know, checklist in the Cessna up to speed before I hop in one again as PIC. You know, I thought, hey, I guess it's worth it. It was about $100 to get into it total, and I gotta admit, I wasn't convinced this would be a training tool when I first you know, heard about it. But air-to-air, is that what it stands for? A2A, whatever it stands for. A2A Simulations has done an incredible job with this this module. I'm really pretty impressed. So I'm just gonna treat this like a real Cessna. This is the first time I've sat down and worked my way through it, and we'll see how I do. Alright, so in a real plane, the first thing you do is do a pre-flight. And let me grab my keyboard, because you do need to access some shift menus here to go to your pre-flight. So this is my checklist, I think. I got a female passenger. There's my wife. Alright, no. Which one of these is pre-flight? Come on now. Number 4, number 5. That's nav. That's for quick radios. This is the garage. It's kind of cool. You can oh, I have a maintenance issue. I was trying to charge my battery. Anyway, you can access your garage and do maintenance on it, I guess, if you think that's fine. I'll be honest, I don't spend a lot of time in general aviation on sims. I get to do it in the real world, so it bores me a little bit. I usually do it as a training aid. I like flying military aircraft and killing stuff, you know, on the sim side. But that being said, this is something I need to do to get me up to speed again. Alright, so here we go. So on a pre-flight, we'll start out in the cabin here. So pitot tube cover remove. Well, okay. Well, I guess we need to go outside the plane here and remove a pitot tube cover. There it is. Ah, there's my fuel sample. That's nice. How in the hell do I remove my pitot tube cover? Tie downs. I don't want those. Looks like my stall warning check. I don't want that either. Maybe I should just trust the checklist. And oh my god. How do I remove it? Well, we'll just work the checklist, and when we get to it, we'll take it off. Alright, so cabin. We'll get to the pitot tube. Operating handbook in plane. Like I said, I'm going to treat this like a real plane. We'll assume my weight and balance is good. Parking brake is set and locked. Control wheel lock is removed. There it is in my bag. Ignition switch. We'll verify that's off. That is off. Avionics master switch off. Battery master on. There we go. Cool. Sounds are really top notch on this. Pitot heat on. I don't like doing that because the cover's still on, so let's hold that. Avionics master switch off. Battery master switch. Oh, I missed something. Flaps extend. Gotta admit, guys, this sounds just like the real Cessna. It's pretty incredible. Okay, so make sure I didn't skip anything. Battery master on, pitot heat on. Oh, we're gonna melt the cover. Jeez, what the heck? There we go. Okay. Fuel quantity check. Fuel quantity looks good on the gauges. Avionics master on. There we go. Now it's on. There's the autopilot doing its bit. Static pressure alternate source is off. I think that's right here. Yes, it is, and that is off. Okay. Annunciator test. Yep, I remember how to do this. You grab this little thing. What the heck? There we go. There we go. That's good. Bright, dim. Alright, so our warning panel is good. And we'll release that. Fuel selector both. This should be it. In the middle is both. Yeah, that's right. Okay, fuel shutoff valve on. Push full in. Flaps are extended. We already got that because we skipped. Pitot heat off. Avionics master switch off. And elevator trim set for takeoff. We are in the takeoff position. Alright, so now we're at the left wing. Hey, we can finally pull our pitot cover. And we can check the temperature. Aha, it's warm, even though we probably melted our cover. So that's pretty cool. Next station here. I won't rush through this. Locking that door makes sense to me. Yep, it's locked. Alright. This is kind of cool. You can remove the tie downs or apply them, I guess. I mean, I guess it's cool. And inspect the hinges. Okay. A little corrosion there. That's for sure. Nothing too serious, I guess. Wow, and your control linkages. Pretty dirty. But my trim tab inspection looks nice and tight. Right wing. Oh, okay. Well, that's my flap lock up there, and it's pretty tight, I gotta admit. Way tighter than most Cessnas I've flown. This must be a new one. Hinges look good. Tie downs off. Look at that. Proper knots and everything. Tire. Yeah, I'll take it. Water in fuel tank. Oh, there's our fuel sample. Well, that fuel sample would look good to me if this was a real plane. It's a real picture. And we'll sump the fuel tanks. Fuel level matches up with what the gauges tell us. Oil level looks good. Oil looks pretty clean. Another fuel sample here. Looks good. Damage and security. I don't see any issues with that. Look, that's me. Is that my wife in there? Better be my wife. Alright, and I guess we would clean the gallon tanks, and it's good. What are we looking for here? Oh, the static port, of course. Yep, clear. Fuel, once again, checking the right tank or left tank. Good. And left wing, fuel sample again. Tire looks good. Tie downs removed. Now this is an important one, is your stall warning horn. That's real important to real aircraft. I suck on them. I won't lie to you. If you suck on it, you can hear, you get negative pressure, which simulates a stall, and then you can hear it going off in the aircraft, but you might catch a bug in your mouth, but it doesn't let you suck on them here. And then the wing vent, or fuel tank vent, I'm assuming, looks good. Alright, hinges are good. And almost done here. Checking that left flap. Lockup's nice. Hinges look okay to me. And back in the cabin. Alright, cool, man. So that takes care of our pre-flight, I guess. So let's get this thing going. Alright, so back to our checklist. Pod entering cabin, weight and balance good, parking brake set, control wheel lock removed, engine avionics off, master switch on, fuel quantity good, static alt source off, annunciator is tested, fuel selector both, fuel shut off, flaps extend, master switch off, elevator trim set for takeoff. Throttle cracked, so we'll put in just a touch of throttle. Mixture is idle cut off, master switch on, beacon on. So let's get our beacon on. Like I said, I'm treating this like a real plane here just for the fun of the video. So we don't have a warm engine, so we're going to need to do all this good stuff. Alright, so fuel prompt, we're going to run it full rich, 3 to 5 seconds, then idle cut off. So here we go. Fuel pump on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to idle cut off. Alright, so that primes the engine. Clear prop. Make sure the propeller area is clear. And let's get this ignition started here. And once she cranks, we'll push her into a rich. Okay, so there she goes. Maybe a little more throttle. Oh, almost at her. Alright, let's give that starter a break. And here we go. Maybe a little more throttle. She's wanting to crank. There she goes. Alright, alright, alright. That's pretty realistic, guys. I'm pretty impressed by that, I have to admit. Wow, good engine model. Alright, so mixture advanced. Lean her out just a little bit though. And what we would look for in a real plane is for a slight dip in the RPM. Or a rise, then a dip. That's about good. Okay, oil pressure check. Fuel flow's good. Oil pressure is in the green. Temp is cold. Alright, so navigation lights on and as required. So we'll put our taxi light on. Put our strobe on, nav on. Should have put that strobe on before we started. And we are in Cheyenne, but it's warm today. Cheyenne's my hometown out here in Wyoming, so we don't need pitot heat. Alright, and avionics master on. Radios on. It goes our radios. Flaps retract. Okay. And seatbelts, doors check, secure. Flight controls free and correct. They look good. I just knocked off my parking brake, hit my toe brakes. There we go. Okay, throttle selector, valve, wait, hold on. Skip something. Fuel quantity check, flight controls free and clear, flight instruments check and set. Okay. Throttle 1800 RPM. So it looks like we're going to do a run up. Alright. So parking brake is good. Let's go ahead and get ready to advance the throttle. Stop taking off the damn parking brake. Okay. Here we go. Throttle 1800. Okay, that's about 1800. So we're going to switch to left mag. Good. Small RPM drop. Back to both. And we'll go right mag. Alrighty. I don't see any fouling there, so that looks good. So throttle back to idle, radios and lights set. Well, that sounds like a real Cessna. That's pretty incredible, guys. Wing flaps 10 degrees for takeoff. Look at that shadow. And then finally, we're ready to taxi, I believe, guys. In fact, actually, I don't see a before taxi checklist. Okay, well, this is kind of a long video, so I'll stop it here, but I'll check up another one of my taxi and take off.